Yeah, and one other question I have for you, I know in other states, you've at least explored different models, and one of them is a cooperative. And I wonder, which is basically not, wouldn't be, in my reading of the law, wouldn't be excluded by this. I know, and it has its own, hurdles, et cetera, et cetera. But any other models that, if the legislative, if the legal issue can't be overcome directly, it can be worked around, that would still be consistent with sort of the principles that we're talking about here of a community empowerment network model.
Yes. So in answer to your question, yes, we're seeing that being contemplated. I mean, in the various states, you have things like, as you mentioned, a cooperative. Mutual is another term for another public entity where there's kind of shared ownership by the people that actually receive the service, or a utility district at times. Depending on the frameworks that are available in the state law, we can help analyze that. But it is entirely possible. For example, we've seen it contemplated and it's being acted upon by some cities where they'll actually, due to the state law, contemplate co-op, create a co-op, and the city council is actually the board for the co-op. So it just creates that layer of public ownership where it's still the city can support it, and it is expressly allowed within the recovery plan bill that if you want to invest in broadband capital infrastructure, that can be delivered to another nonprofit or political subdivision of the county or city. So creating that co-op is a way to kind of channel those funds and get your foundational seed money to start that operation there, or at least that foundational infrastructure. So the law does provide those paths. Again, we would walk through that process and make sure that they have legal representation that concurs with that so that they're secure in being able to start.